Hi everyone, this is Salvi coming to you with some Vtuber news today. I do try to get you as much as I can, and of course I do hope I earn a subscription, and I do hope I earn a follow, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And of course be sure to do that before the video ends, and I do hope that you enjoy the things that I have for you. Amelia Watson is an affiliate of hololive. She is kind of like, I guess, a half graduation where they are no longer streaming, but they can come back at any point in time. This is quite literally, they can still use their likeness and everything like that. Makes it easier for them to come back if they ever want to just do some streams, special events, things like that. Amelia Watson seems to be mainly just doing special events, special, moments where she's going to be a special guest, that type of thing, whether it be talk shows or whatever. She's going to be doing that within hololive. Now, the reason why I'm talking about her is because Kiara has done an amazing thing. So Takanashi Kiara is, of course, a member of Myth, and so is Amelia Watson, and she has announced part of her guest announcement for the amazing concert that she's going to be doing with 15 other guests as well. The very, very big special guest is the return of Amelia Watson. Now, of course, this is just a return in the sense of, like I said, special events type of thing. She's not going to start coming back fully. She already has, her PL that she's working hard with. She's doing a lot of stuff with that one. And I don't think she wants to come back immediately. She wouldn't go into affiliate if she wanted to come back immediately. Now, some of the other people that are going to be joining her there in this big special event that Takanashi Kiara is doing and has been working on for a very long time is, of course, herself. And this is, of course, Kiara and Friends, the big project that she's doing. 15 performers, hip songs with surprises, and the big surprise was, of course, Amelia Watson. You have that there, where she's the first performer, of course. Then you have another one of her Myth Gen mates, which is Ina. You have Callie there, and then you have, of course, Crony. And for a second there, that very much looked like Kirikoko to me, but it is Iris, of course. So yeah, there you go. Crony and Iris will be a great addition. The Nephilim. Then you have all 5 of Advent there, and they look very cute in those eggs. Oh my god, they look so cute. Then you have all of Justice as well, the Justice eggs. And of course, people are being very happy that Ame is coming back. It is a huge thing to have Ame come back. And of course, everyone is super duper duper happy about that. And Kiara explains it in this one right here. This is the explanation that she has about everything. She says she was trying to figure out what to do after her concert was delayed and several members had to drop out. She thought, what if I asked Amit? So she proposed it to Henma and got an okay pretty fast. She's like, yeah, okay, well, she's an affiliate. Just ask her, it's fine. Doesn't want to go into details about the extent of her involvement because she wants to respect Amit's privacy, which is very, very kind of her and, of course, understandable, seeing as though, people can be kind of, mean. And they tend to go a little bit too far in wanting to dig into things. Kiara doesn't think it's likely Ame will be there for regular collabs, only bigger events, like I mentioned before. The affiliate thing is giving them the freedom to do as they wish. They don't have to be like streaming with them. They don't have to go to every big event. They don't have to go to every event. They can do it as they see fit. This confirms that it was recorded after Ame left, making it officially the first big action taken by a hololive affiliate post-graduation, and all she had to do was request it. All you had to do was F and ask. In this case, using Claude Clarmark's thing for an actual good thing. In this case, a good thing, not for, what he used it for, but actually used it for a good thing. And we continue down here. It was said, also mentioned why Mume and Gura are not a part of it. Simply, we're not sure they'd still be here after the reschedule, because I think it was supposed to happen sometime in October. In October, around, the holidays, that type of thing. It was planned in October, supposed to happen around November, December. And the holidays were when it was planned, but it kept getting pushed back, delayed. And both Gura and Mume did not know they were going to be there in time for this. They did not know if they were going to be there in time for this. So that's the thing. It says down here, they could have done it, but Kiara is happy that Ame was able to come in and fill a spot. She went further and said Gura and Mume realized they would be available. Kiara asked if the plans could be shuffled. 3D studio staff said no, because it was too complicated at this point to change everything. Kiara actually wasn't allowed to tell Gura and Mume Gura and Mume were graduating, so they declined because they thought she was just making a last-minute request on a whim. Kiara wonders if they would have okayed it if she'd been allowed to tell them why. And that's one of the restrictions inside of hololive. That is kind of like, it does suck. It should be raised to a higher up in cover so that there will be a way to communicate the level of urgency of a particular request without having to explain in detail about this request. Kiara couldn't attend Yago's tea party, so she scheduled a meeting with him later this year to talk about those things. So yeah, she is going to be talking about that. The 3D staff were not cover employees, apparently. In this case, it seemed to have been a third party. Even if it was inside, it was on a need-to-know basis. A lot of these graduations, at least before it was announced, they are on a need-to-know basis. Maybe they knew about, Gura graduating a while back, as a lot of them have said. Mume having ideas of graduating as well a while back, according to this, around October, November, they already knew. And it would be on a need-to-know basis if, just the people that they wanted to tell and no one else. And it looks like even some cover employees, from what this person's saying, they are not in the know until things actually happen. And that makes sense, because the less people know, the smaller amount of people know, the smaller that circle of people knowing is, the less likely things are to leak, and the less likely people are to gab and say these things out there in the wild, where it can really hurt your reputation, and it can actually really hurt the talent themselves as well. But still, overall, I'm glad that she was able to explain everything, and people down there gave some context, which is a big thing here, because context is key when it comes to all these things. And yes, it seems weird that not even, cover talents, I'm sure a lot of other cover talents had no idea as well until it happened. And, it's just kind of keeping that group small to, protect the privacy of the talents. That's a good thing. It hurts that made it so that Gura and Mume weren't a part of this, but it's a good thing overall. And I'm glad that at least Ame is going to be a part of this. A lot of people have started talking about things after Gura happened, after the Gura graduation happened, and some people are, of course, treating it more seriously than others. Some people see it more seriously than others. But let's see what Geega has to say. I'm not going to say whether it's positive, negative, whatever it is. I'm not going to say anything like that. I'm just going to say, it is what it is. Graduations can be sad, yes, but some act like the person is dying a tragic death, and it's getting kind of weird, according to them. Grieve the character and the era as much as you need, but be aware that sometimes the wording of things makes the person feel like they're not good enough, even if they're if they're not doing the same thing forever. Basically, it can make people feel like no matter what they do, even if they are doing as much as they can, they're still not doing enough. They're still not doing enough to please the community, etc. And I can understand that part. I can definitely understand that part. It says it might feel super over while not knowing that the character will come back. The creator will come back, but it's very rare for someone to stay gone, especially nowadays. It's very rare for someone to stay gone. I think people should be allowed to grieve in their time and life, so I'll disagree on this point. However, I understand you mean well, especially from your second point. I just believe some grieve more loudly than others. They're allowed to miss past contents and identities. But Sunny does say the person she just waits, it's not the end of the world and our Oshis didn't die. But that's one point that I do want to get to. Matsuri said it correctly, Matsuri from hololive, I think. She said it in a poignant way in one of her Drunsatsus. She said that when it comes to an anime, for example, an anime character, they didn't, they're just a character that's out there. They're kind of the story. You can go and celebrate their 10-year anniversary, that type of thing, because the story is always there. When it comes to a creator, when it comes to a VTuber, when it comes to that type of stuff, it really does feel like they pass away because they're gone. When it comes to a specific character, they're gone. For example, Kiryu Koko is gone forever. Kiryu Koko is no longer going to be there. But in Vshoujo, we have Kei-san, who sounds eerily similar and may have played a certain dragon at some point. So there you go. You have that. But for many people, it's not the same, because it's not Kiryu Koko. That character has passed away. Character is no longer ever going to be used. In fact, in many cases, they scrub any existence that they had. Before, that used to be a thing. Now things are changing quite a bit. But before, that used to be a thing. When you graduated, they would scrub your existence, and it's quite literally like you never existed. And that is why people take it the way they do. And that take is something that, interestingly enough, Millie does not have a bad take on this, in my opinion. Everybody processes goodbyes in their own way, and for a community that has been built with love, understanding, and compassion for over 3 years, this isn't just a graduation. It is the end of something that brought them tears of joy, years of joy, comfort, and connection, and so much more. Mocking that grief only adds unnecessary cruelty to a moment already heavy for so many people during this time. If it's not your experience, that's okay. Please don't belittle those who care deeply. Let's be kind, hold space, and respect how others choose to say goodbye. This is actually a base take for Millie. Like, I will give people credit when they have good takes, and I think this is a good take. Please don't let anyone make you feel like you're too emotional or too much for caring. Your feelings are valid, real, and they come from love. You're not alone, and the community and space is built on shared love you hold. You're safe, you're seen, and you're allowed to feel everything. Let's continue to be kind to ourselves and to each other. And that is a good take. You may have your disagreements with Millie. Hell, I have my disagreements with Millie. I have my issues with Millie. I have my biases with Millie. But here's the thing. You have to be objective in these situations. And yes, this is a good take. It may be rare. You may be like, oh my god, that's a rare one. But everyone has W's in some moments. I have a lot of bad takes. Boy, do I have a lot of bad takes. You guys have seen them again and again and again. But yeah, even people who have bad takes like me and Millie can have good takes occasionally. So there you go. I will shout them out when it does happen. Shizukou, which is a VTuber with a pretty sizable following, at least I think it's pretty sizable, is a Brit panda who was on hiatus for a bit. Thank you for supporting my journey. This panda now returned to the panda realm. February 29th of 2024. But recently, she has shown up. Peak neutrality. Other things here, she has shown up again, which is good, which a lot of people are very happy about. She revived an art tag. She created an art tag. Things like this. It is nice to see VTubers back. She is, of course, like I said, still technically on hiatus, I think. I don't think she's streaming yet. But this brings hope to all the people who are waiting for her to come back and possibly stream at some point in time. And this is all that I know so far about her. So this one is going to be a bit of a short one. But of course, she is on Twitch, on twitch.tv/Shizukou. And as you can tell, there aren't any real videos other than things here, of clips and such. There are no videos because, of course, Twitch doesn't keep videos after a while. Just some things from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that type of thing. So she's slowly, maybe, possibly, maybe coming back at some point. Gavis Bettel, the self-proclaimed full-time fool of Holostar's English Tempest, has had some funny moments right now, and that's what I want to go over. There are some other things. There are some definite things that are being negative nowadays. Graduations, etc., have been happening recently. Let's have some good times and some positive things happening here and there. Let's take a look at this. Gavis Bettel did a Google search. Is Gavis Bettel? And then, of course, there you have it. Is Gavis Bettel gay? Is Gavis Bettel graduating? Is Gavis Bettel British? Is Gavis Bettel American? Who is Gavis Bettel? When is Gavis Bettel's birthday? How old is Gavis Bettel? How tall is Gavis Bettel? Is Gavis Khan got side effects? Is he? Yes, basically, is he? You're gonna have to ask Gavin. And I'm right here. What? Are you graduating? So yeah, and then Gavin is like, I'm right here. Geega is like, when's Gavis gone? Every time after Popeyes, honestly. Based. And then Geega asking the right questions. So yeah, it is absolutely amazing. Worst case of Bettler, oh god, Petaria, god damn it. Refund. First time I had Popeyes, it was so good, but damn, did it destroy my stomach. When it comes to foods like that, for me, it is, if things are too greasy, that is when it becomes an issue. I usually have a napkin, soak up the grease, anything fried, I have to do that, or else it is a revenge moment. Once I am, stuff happens. It takes its own revenge in its own way. And yeah, so that is definitely a thing. And I'm glad that Gavis Bettel is still able to have these type of things, these type of interactions with other people. I'm very glad to see this. Namie the Puffin is good friends with Dottovu. I believe it's a voice actress as well. She has helped out in a lot of different projects. And right now, they're having a Sonic 3 whole watch-along. They had a watch-along. And of course, this is the post-credit scenes where they're talking to each other. Let's see how it goes. Just want to show this to you to show you some little bit more positive stuff in the VTuber world.
His hand sticks out. Okay, never
Yo.
mind. Yay! Yeah, 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 yeah.
Live out loud. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
So good. What am I gonna do with my life now?
Well, we got Sonic 4 to look forward to. Okay, so
It's true.
yeah, I watched it 6 times, like 4 times in Japan. Wait, no, 5 times in Japan. Yeah, 5 times in Japan with different groups. Like once on my own to see the Japanese dub, and then like 1, 2, 3, or 4 more times with like other people. And then like when I came home, right, I went to see Sonic 3 with my mom.
With your mom. Okay.
She wanted to hang out. I'm like, hey, so like Sonic 3 is still in the cinema.
Absolute cinema.
And my mom, like, she doesn't know anything except, like, you know, I used to play SA2 a lot when I was a little kid. So I went to go see Sonic 3 with my mom. And
Sonic Adventure soon. Say two.
Maybe I'll go see Sonic 3 with your mom. If you're not careful.
Oh, God. There you go.
Hello? You're just gonna say that all of a sudden? Like, what? You're gonna take my mom away from me?
Oh, God.
Well, you can't watch Sonic movies with anyone else but me.
And then you're gonna just take my mom away on top of that?
Oh, God.
My mom, she doesn't even know anything about Sonic. She's probably like, what is
What's Sonic?
Sonic? Like, what is that?
So they're having fun. I just wanted to show you that because it is a heartwarming thing. I'm glad they were able to chat together, able to do the whole thing, and of course, have fun. And Namie did have to put in that whole, I'm going to take your mom if you're not careful. So I just want to show you that. The Geek Enders podcast featuring redheaded divorced couple is now available on YouTube. So they have started.
Time it is. It's time for the Geek Enders podcast. Mega Ran, Jesse and Dodger, what up? Let's go.
There you go.
A unit called Armis, and I belong in Holostars, a branch from hololive Productions. And behind me are my members from Holostars. Here they are. Like one is from Tempest, and I am from Armis. They are a rival group of Armis because Tempest is a guild group that is focused on being heroes, while we are scoundrels from the Badlands, South Elysium. And we just have like a difference in like opinion on like how we.
So this is lore drops.
There. We live in a poor place, okay? It's called the Badlands. Our government is corrupt as hell. And the electricity prices here are so high
that they don't even use electricity anymore.
Your internet connection's fantastic, though.
Yeah.
So shout out to that, I guess.
He was pregnant with my child one time.
Oh my fucking God!
There we go. There we
You
go.
see what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
and
always like that. Oh my God!
he has kidney stones.
Ah!
Yeah.
See, that's all.
I didn't want to bring it up, but then you started calling me a bitch. So you know what?
I only
That's
said
on
one
you.
thing. I only said one thing. And what did you say? You said more than enough.
All right. So I did want to show that. Of course, Ollie and Jurard do have like a I would say there's definitely zero animosity. It's kind of like a cousin type of thing, kind of like, you know, butting heads, either brother-sister butting heads or cousin butting heads or very good friends butting heads, that type of thing. They do have that type of thing going. And of course, they were on this huge Geek Enders podcast, which is, 1.05 million subscribers. Jesse Cox is the person who runs it. And of course, it is amazing to see that they got that opportunity. If you want to take a look at it, of course, it is on that Jesse Cox channel. And it is definitely, just from the lore drop in the beginning part, it is going to be wild and crazy. I'm glad to show it off to you guys. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. I do this because I try to make it a positive space, bring people up, whether you're larger than me or not. I try to bring them up, and help them out in any way that I can. I have very, 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 very minusculely small clout, but I do try to help in some way. Here we have Gorefairy's Twitch, which is, hi, I'm Gorefairy, your resident cursed doll. Won't you come play with me? And we're gonna play this here, which is a funny bit that popped out here.
No. What? Why?
You can just like sit on my head, and then hopefully that'll just do it. Not like that. But just like that.
Bye.
What? What?
So yeah, of course that's kind of like, it just reminded her of sit on my face, some people say. It reminded her of that, which is funny. Of course, we also have the YouTube side here for anyone who wants to take a look at her YouTube side. And of course, finally, thank you so much, Gorefairy, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope that this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.